Hi everyone, and welcome to Yoga with Rachel. Welcome to day one of our 10-day at-home yoga challenge. I am so happy that you are here. For day one, we are going to ease into the practice. So taking things nice and slow, staying low to the ground, so that way we can really explore some of these seated postures. In terms of items, feel free to bring along with you a blanket, a pillow, or a yoga block, as these tools can be very useful for supporting us in our practice. All right, let's get started. Okay everyone, come on down to the ground and find a cross-legged position. Feel free to sit up on a blanket, a pillow, or even a yoga block. This just helps create a little bit more space in our bodies and encourages us to sit up a little bit taller. Let's rock our pelvis forward. When you do this action, you can imagine a pendulum swinging forward. This just helps create some length in our low back body. Now let's draw our shoulders up towards our ears, back, and then down, creating some space and a nice opening in our chest. And tuck in that chin slightly, creating some length in the back of our neck. So all these actions really help us sit up a little bit taller and allow the energy and the breath to travel a little bit more freely throughout our bodies. Now place your hands on your lap or wherever it feels most comfortable. And we have arrived in our very first posture, easy pose. Now do not let that name fool you, because this posture is not necessarily easy, especially when we do have gravity that is acting upon us every single moment of every single day, which of course is a good thing. And sometimes it's just hard to sit still for a long period of time. So even though it's called easy pose, does not necessarily mean it is easy. So think kind and loving thoughts here. All right. Feel free to close your eyes, or you can soften your gaze, looking directly past your nose and to the ground. We are going to take 3 breath cycles to settle on into our practice today. Breathe in through your nose, and then out through the nose or the mouth. Breathe in, and out. Breathe in, and out. So for our challenge, we are going to be exploring daily affirmations. So daily affirmations are really great for supporting us and also encouraging us in different aspects of our lives. So that even includes our time that is spent on the mat. So today's affirmation is, I am ready. So perhaps now you repeat that to yourself, either in your head or out loud. I am ready. Now consider what this means to you. Perhaps you ask yourself, what is it that I am ready for? Am I ready for change or a transformation? Am I ready to just simply move on my mat? I am ready for newfound experiences or even challenges. So the beauty of this is that there's no right or wrong answer. Just something simply to consider here today, and something that you can even consider off of your mat as well. Let's breathe in together, and then empty it out through the mouth. All right, feel free to keep your eyes closed, or you can just soften your gaze or even just open up your eyes. It's all good. Let's now take some circles with our nose. Nice and slow. Perhaps working out any kinks or stiffness that has built up in our neck. And if you are hearing any kind of snap, crackle, pop action, it's all good. That typically happens to me first thing in the morning. And then you can reverse that circle. kind reminder to keep the breath flowing as we move here today. And then let's bring our head back over our heart space. Let's drop our right ear towards our right shoulder and then place our left fingertips on the earth. So right here, you may be feeling a nice stretch in the side of the neck, as well as some really interesting sensation in the forearm. Feel free to stay here, or you can spider crawl your left fingers a little bit further away from your body. This can just help deepen the stretch. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Shake it off, dropping the left ear towards the left shoulder, placing the right fingertips on the earth. And once again, there is an option to walk your right fingers further away from your body. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Great, shake it off. All right, on our next inhale, let's draw our shoulders up towards our ears, and then on our exhale, dropping the shoulders away from our ears. 2 more times just like that. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. All right, you can open up your eyes if you had closed them. Let's place our right fingertips on the earth. On our next breath in, we send our left hand to the sky, reaching, growing nice and tall through the side body. And then on our exhale, reaching our left hand over towards the right side, finding a side body stretch. Feel free to come on down to that right palm, or if you would like, you can come on down to the forearm. If you decide to come to the forearm, imagine that you have glue attached to your left glute, so that way you are staying nice and anchored in this posture. Feel free to find any kind of organic movement that feels nice and supportive for your body, such as a swaying action, perhaps looking down towards the earth and then up towards the sky. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. And then on our next breath out, we rise on up, left fingertips to the earth. On our inhale, reaching the right hand up and overhead, and then exhale, reaching on over towards the left side. So perhaps you just take a moment to notice how this side may feel a little bit different from the other side. Perhaps you imagine breathing some love into our rib cage, into our side body here. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. And then on our next breath out, we rise on up. Place your right hand on your left knee and then swim your left fingertips back and behind you. Breathe in to grow nice and tall through your spine, and then exhale, journey into that twist looking past your left shoulder, finding a spinal twist here. Feel free to find a nodding action with your head, so chin towards the sky and then chin towards the chest. Keeping the breath flowing. And then find some stillness here. Breathe in. And then on our next exhale, we come back to center, placing our left hand on our right knee, swimming the right fingertips back and behind us. Breathe in. And then exhale, journey into that twist, looking past your right shoulder. And again, you can nod your head here. Yes, I am ready. And perhaps you consider what you are ready for. And then find stillness. Breathe in. And then on our next breath out, we unravel, coming back to center. Bring the soles of your feet together and the knees go wide. Feel free to bring the heels a little bit closer towards your body or take up space. Place your hands on your ankles, loop your shoulders, and tuck in your chin slightly. Here we are in butterfly pose. If you have yoga blocks or even couch cushions available, you can place them underneath your legs here, so that way we can really lift the earth up to meet us and just find some more support in this pose. All right, let's flap our wings, flutter those wings. We can imagine that we are butterflies flying through the sky. We're getting a nice hip stretch in there, nice stretch for the lower half of our body. Okay, and then find stillness. Place your hands out in front of you. Imagine that you are looking out at your reflection in a pond out in front of you. Breathe in and out. And if you would like to go a little bit deeper into this, feel free to come on down to the forearms. Breathe in and out. And then perhaps you begin to round through your spine, dropping your chin towards your chest. So this is actually one of my go-to postures whenever I'm feeling anxious or overwhelmed. And I literally imagine tension just washing off of my back body while I'm here. So maybe that helps you. Maybe that resonates with you, perhaps not. It's all good. We all have different experiences on our mat. Perhaps while you're here, you take a moment to just check in with your face. Notice any areas in which you may be gripping and holding, such as in your jaw. Perhaps we just soften our bite. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. And then on our next breath out, let's begin to roll up through our spine. Wonderful. Let's close the legs, and you can stay exactly where you are. I'm just gonna change my position here. All right, let's send our legs out long in front of us. Our heels are roughly in line with our hip points, and we are flexing through our toes. We're keeping nice and active feet. And the reason why I like doing this is because we get a nice generous stretch in the backs of our legs. Now place your fingertips on the earth or come on down to your palms. Depending on your anatomy, you may feel more comfortable on the palms. I like to stay nice and lifted up on my fingertips. Let's loop our shoulders and tuck in our chin slightly. All right, here we are in staff pose or stick pose. So we're kind of making an L shape with our body. You may notice that there's a bit of a grounding sensation happening in the lower half of our body and an upward lift of energy in our upper body. All right, let's breathe in and out. On our next breath in, let's send our hands to the sky, palms facing one another, really spreading those fingers, sending energy past the fingertips. And then on our exhale, hinging forward, melting our upper body towards our thighs. Feel free to bend your knees and rest your hands on your shins, your ankles, or the soles of your feet. Breathe in to look forward. And then exhale to begin to round through the spine, dropping the chin towards the chest. Feel free to close your eyes here. You can even find a little gentle sway from side to side. So we are here in a seated forward fold. Perhaps on each inhale, you can feel the skin of your back body stretch. And then on your exhale, feeling the skin soften and relax. And then let's just find some stillness here. Breathe in. And then on our next breath out, let's roll on up through the spine. Once again. All right, let's bring the soles of our feet to the earth and our knees point up towards the sky. Place your hands at the backs of your legs, so on your hamstrings. Loop your shoulders. Once again, tuck in the chin slightly. Wonderful. Breathe in. And then on the next breath out, let's begin to lean back, toes still kissing the earth. We're just testing out the waters. Maybe even lighting a little bit of a fire in the core already. All right, breathe in. And then on our next breath out, let's begin to lift our feet away from the earth, shins roughly parallel to the sky. You can point through your toes or flex through your feet, your choice. Feel free to bring your legs together, or you can even place a yoga block between your thighs, just for some added support and stability in this boat pose variation. All right, so if you are good here, feel free to send the arms, the hands towards the feet, palms facing down. Keeping the breath flowing, we're building strength in our core, in our hip flexors, building strength and stability in the whole body. You got this. If you're shaking, just know that that is prana and energy flowing through our body. You got this. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then on the 1, let's lower our feet back down to the earth and give ourselves a nice hug, wrapping our arms around our shins and then bowing our head, chin towards the chest. Let's breathe on in and out. Breathe in and out. All right. You can slowly lift the head. And we're going to come back to a cross-legged seat on our mat. Coming back to that easy pose. Bring your hands to heart in prayer position and bow your head, chin towards your chest. So perhaps you feel a nice juicy stretch in the back of the neck. Let's breathe on in together. And then out through the nose or the mouth. Let's just take a final moment to consider our daily affirmation. I am ready. What are you ready for? Breathe in and out. All right, my darling friends, thank you so very much for joining me here today. Day 1 is done. I really hope that you enjoyed today's practice, and I cannot wait to see you for day number 2 tomorrow. Take good care and namaste.